Of course, Buffalo is home to the very first Starbucks store to unionize in the country, and since then, more than 250 other locations have joined them. But now, a petition has been filed to decertify the union at the Starbucks on Delaware Avenue in Chippewa. Good evening, I'm Scott Levin.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. Now, this would be the first Starbucks union to dissolve since it was formed in late 2021. Tonight, 2 on Your Side's Nate Benson talked with 2 labor experts about this. So, Nate, what did they have to say?
Yeah, Mary Alice, the experts I spoke with say this is a classic union-busting maneuver that has been used by corporations for decades.
This is a very aggressive attack by Starbucks. It's something that they're doing not just for the effect at the Buffalo store. They're hoping to have this ripple effect to some of the other stores as well.
A petition was filed with the National Labor Relations Board to decertify the union at the Starbucks store on Delaware and Chippewa in downtown Buffalo, and it was filed by an employee of the store. That was the 6th location to unionize.
They're clearly trying to dissuade other stores from unionizing.
Attorney Robert Boreanaz says this is a classic union-busting move.
They're trying to send a message to those unionized or newly unionized shops that they're not going to go anywhere and they're going to suffer the consequences of possibly having a decertification petition filed against them.
Starbucks, however, told 2 on Your Side in a statement that, as with any NLRB petition, our focus is to ensure partners can trust their voices heard and the process is fair. Workers United, the union that represents Starbucks employees, says otherwise. They said in a statement almost every union leader at the store was fired or forced out because of the environment of intimidation and fear that Starbucks management created. Back in March, a judge ruled that Starbucks had egregious and widespread violations of labor law.
It's a standard practice for corporations that are trying to break their unions.
Fred Floss is a professor of economics and finance at Buffalo State and teaches about the history of labor movements.
They look at people who are working with the union and they let them go, and then they bring in managers or others to take their place. So in the year's time, they can vote, and then they're going to vote to decertify.
Floss believes, as history has shown, the continued back and forth between Starbucks and the union will continue for years.
It's going to be a long fight, and with young people, it'll be interesting to see if they're willing to stick it out and continue to fight.
A spokesperson for Workers United tells me tonight they expect the petition to be dismissed by the Labor Board. Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.